So welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Trish and I focus mostly on green beauty. You may have found me here today because you were searching gray journey, gray transition, gray hair, whatever it may be. And that's because today I'm talking about my gray journey. So if you are not interested in my hair, I have plenty other content on my channel that you can go and watch. But if you are interested in an update, then stay with me here. This video's purpose is to give you an update on where I'm at. If you have been watching my videos for a while, that my hair does look a little bit different today because I did put a little bit of color in it, but I will get into the details of that in just a second. If you are really interested in sort of my personal feelings about going gray and how it's affected me, definitely go check out my 3-month video or my 7.5-month video, because I definitely dive into more of just like my philosophy of going gray, like personal feelings, the psychology behind it for me. Today is really more of just an update on what I decided to do with my hair. So if you have watched those previous videos, you know I have mentioned this, that pretty much throughout my life, I have always colored my hair in some way, whether it's highlights or dyeing my hair like really dark chestnut brown or playing with auburn color. I have always loved to color my hair. It's just been something that has always brought me a lot of joy. But the last time I was in the salon to get my roots touched up, I actually hated it. I felt very antsy, very uncomfortable. I couldn't wait to get out of there, and that was the moment that I knew that I was done maintaining my roots to cover up the grays. I just knew that that was over, and I still really feel that way. I do not ever want to be in a position again where I'm having to cover up grays every 5 weeks. And in fact, it would actually be more like 2 to 3 weeks where the grays would start peeking in and I would start using powder to cover it up. Just don't ever want to go back to that again for me personally. But having said that, of course, I do also like to play with color, as I have mentioned. So I would say about 3 months ago, I started to get antsy for wanting to do something to my hair, whether it be a toner or adding in some low lights. I really just wanted to basically just kind of break up the big mass of gray that I had. So it was sort of like, it wasn't just like a little streak, it was like a really big chunk that was happening, which I didn't necessarily hate it, but I also wasn't loving it as well. And yeah, just wanted to have a change, but I didn't know exactly how to express the look that I wanted. But then about a month ago, something really great happened because Salwa from Bergamot Beauty actually posted several pictures on her stories. Or not actually several pictures. I actually went and found several pictures, but I think she posted one picture of this model, and I will put her pictures over here. There's about 3 of them I want to show you. And when she posted her photograph, I just was like, that's what I want. I want sort of those warm, caramely low lights throughout my grays, because when I have played with like purple shampoos and purple conditioners, my hair has just gotten too cool and it is not very flattering. But these pictures, when I saw this model's hair, I just knew that that was something I wanted to go for, where you're still embracing your grays, but you're putting in a little bit of warmth in there to just kind of like brighten up my face rather than have it be like all gray and just like all gray around my face, which I felt like, you know, kind of made me a little bit, sort of like gave me a sallow look up against my olive skin. I'm not saying that I hated it, like I said, but I just wanted, I was just looking for a change. And so when I saw those pictures, I was just like, yep, that's it. That's exactly what I want. So I went to a new colorist who just is right down the street from me, so I could actually walk there. So that was super convenient. And I showed him the pictures, told him what I wanted, and he was just like, yep, let's just go for it. So what he did is he just weaved in a lot of that kind of caramely color that hopefully you can see. It's not covering up all the grays. You definitely can still see my grays, and it's, you know, I'm not trying to pretend like I'm not going gray. And especially right here, you can see sort of like that burst of gray happening at my cowlick. And luckily, I am super, super happy with it. I feel like I have achieved that happy medium that I really wanted, where I don't have to maintain my roots. Right around this time, 3 weeks after getting my hair colored, if it was just a root touch-up, I would start to use powder here to cover it up because there was such a stark contrast. But now I don't feel like I need to cover it up because I'm not trying to pretend like I don't have gray hair. It's just sort of a different type of gray hair that I have achieved here that I'm really, really happy with. I love the results. I don't know if I'm going to continue with this or not. If I am able to add in some, highlights, lowlights every 12 weeks, I would be completely happy with that. That is a far cry from me having to go in almost every month. So if I'm going in 3 to 4 times a year rather than 12 times a year, that would make me really, really happy. And then I can kind of play with my color, do different things, still let my gray shine, but a little bit more on my terms, I guess is how I would put it. So that is really it, as far as my update goes. I feel really good about my decision. I know there are people in the, the gray hair movement, Silver Sisters, like hashtag Silver Sisters. I know there's a lot of people who get really hardcore about it and they are really against, toners or doing something like I'm doing. But you know what? I really don't care. I'm doing my own thing. I'm not a part of the gray community. I mean, I will check out pictures for some inspiration now and then, but I don't consider myself to be like hardcore in that community because frankly, I just, I don't want to be judged that, I'm not being true to myself or my gray journey. This is my gray journey. This is how I'm doing it. I really, really love how it looks. And I just have achieved a color right now that I feel like embraces my grays, but also, I get to add my own little flair into it with some color. So it makes me happy. I think I'm going to continue with this for the time being. We'll see what happens. I don't have an appointment on the books yet. So it's been exactly 3 weeks since I had the highlights put in, or the low light / highlights put in. And we'll just see what happens. I'm hoping I can push this out at least another, 4 to 5 weeks before I feel like I need to get something on the books in terms of an appointment, but we'll just see what happens. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing any more of these gray updates or not. It's just all sort of a work in progress. And then of course, dependent on if that is a video you would like to see, but I don't think I'm going to be doing it, 3 times a year like I just did this last year. Maybe it'll just be like an annual update or, twice yearly or something like that. So that's it. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found this interesting. If you have any questions about my process, definitely go watch those first 2 videos that I did, but you can also leave me a question down below if you have, sort of a burning question about my gray journey. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.